Ninja Kiwi made a feature so broken that they couldn't allow it to be released in the main game. Welcome to Projectile-go-round, a quest where you gotta beat 80 rounds of muddy puddles with several restrictions, Glaive Lord, and looks like Top Path Dartling. But yes, it's a feature so crazy, they had to contain it to a quest. Monkey projectiles are randomly switched with the projectiles of any other placed monkey. Plus, projectiles last longer and will bounce off the edge of the map. Results include fun and awesomeness. What you saw in the intro is a glimpse of what this challenge has to offer. Additional info is that this originally started life as a Rogue Legends artifact, but was deemed too broken to fix for all situations. So it was also too far fun to leave it, like, on the floor. So enjoy the chaos in case as. Indeed I will. So this differs from maybe what you saw on the channel before in random projectiles, in that technically projectiles are random, but they're not locked to a certain type of tower for the entire run. Like, for example, I'm gonna do a boomerang and Dartling gun, and press play, and watch what happens to the projectiles of the Dartling gun. It shoots a mix of both itself and the boomerang candy rings. So, and if you add more towers, then that will dilute the pool for the Dartling gun to shoot many other projectiles. So, as you saw in the start, if, say, I drop all these towers, look at what the Dartling shoots now. Additionally, look at what the other towers shoot. They will shoot any of the other towers' projectiles, like, out of itself. And I don't know about you, but that sounds fun as hell, and I can see why they removed it from Rogue Legends, but man, if balance wasn't an issue, then they probably removed the most fun artifacts from the game there. I will let you know that I fiddled around in the quest a little bit just to get a hold of what towers would be really, really strong, and watch this. I'm gonna do, at least to start the first round, Bigger Stack Spike Factory, and what else? I guess Quincy is not bad, because if he continuously levels up, then his arrow projectile will become stronger. Plus, he starts at level 5 naturally, so that helps. I think it would also be hella smart to do a 302 Glaive Ricochet. Doesn't reach that 4th lane, but watch round 22 get shredded with, well, look, we can drop the 10 Peter Spike Factory piles on the field at a rapid pace. Not to mention, the Glaive Ricochets absolutely destroying round 23, so again, you can see why that if this was added to Rogue Legends, getting this artifact would basically be an auto-win, because it doesn't take much thought to figure out what's really good. Basically, like, just to increase your chances, also, camolead, 2-0, just to increase your chances of getting, like, an OP loadout. What you should keep on the field is only strong projectiles, and maybe one weak tower, but shooting really fast to give you a lot of projectiles. So, like, the Dartling gun, for example. Just the fact that a 0-0-0 Dartling can solo with the left lane on this map should give you enough, and with plenty of time to spare. What's cool is that you can also drop the spikes, not on the track, but no reason you would want to do that, of course. Now, if I want to be lame, right now, I would probably just upgrade to more glaives, and it'd be GG. But that's not as fun, so we'll try to think about other projectiles to drop later. Also, in terms of camo protection, it does appear that you need to... actually, let me just test. If I buy advanced turreting, it still seems like the ricochet projectiles do not see camo, so I think the base tower has to see camo. At least the projectile, I mean, in order for it to work. I think before in random projectiles, you need both the tower and the projectile to be camo. Although I don't think that's the case here. I guess we'll be corrected if I am wrong about that. But okay, and around 28, time to spice things up. I'm trying to think of a strong projectile, preferably with camo. Well, okay, I have an idea. We never do a 302 spike bolt, so why not? Although technically, this doesn't really benefit from the fact that every projectile bounces off walls, but I still think fun regardless. Plus, doesn't it knock back some ceramics, at least at Juggernaut? So we could upgrade to that. But again, what's so much cooler about this compared to normal random projectiles is that it updates in real time. Like, you don't have to re-buy a new tower in order to see the effects. Also, faster wheel spin would give us an easier time and see more projectiles, as you see here. Now, this would dilute the pool even more, but wouldn't it be so broken if we did a druid? 0-1-1 for 8 projectiles. So watch this round, as I believe we don't even need the Dartling Gunner. Look at that. That's arguably more broken than the Dartling if we were not playing on Muddy Puddles, and we were able to, like, utilize the Jude for every single round, plus the lack of camo as well would be an issue, because I think, well, the tower has to be able to shoot in order to see the camo balloon. So I guess in a way, it kind of is like previously, where both towers technically need camo. I would say just so we don't have to worry about camos anymore, maybe just worth it to spend on a 300 sub. I would assume the projectile doesn't get replaced there and it's still decamo stuff, because I remember when I played random projectiles in the past, like, it actually removed the decam portion of it. So let's hope that's not the case this time. Alright. We'll see by, I guess, this can reach the first lane, I think. Actually, or not, that's pretty tight. I'm seeing round 35, though. It looks like it's decamoing, so that's a good sign. Very sussy decamo, but it does do it eventually, so yeah, we're happy with that. Now let's prep for the F-mob on round 40. How about we add a Mauler? Okay, probably like 2 rounds premature, but that would help a little bit. We'd also probably get a huge power spike simply by dropping another Dartling gun. Once again, even though it does dilute the pool, it would give us close to double the power. I think instead of doing more Dartlings, though, I see another really good global range option, and that is a heli pilot with quad darts. 4 projectiles at once. I would think that actually almost equals the Dartling gun. Like, doesn't it shoot more than a quarter of the speed of the Dartling gun? If so, then this gives out more projectiles per attack, or rather per second. I don't know about the cost, but yeah, that doesn't matter. And let's see if this is enough for round 40. If not, then we can either sell some towers or upgrade some towers, but it should be enough. Quincy. Looks like Quincy still shoots his normal projectile, and wait a minute. We're actually gonna die. That wasn't part of the plan. You know what actually might have been causing it? Maybe getting subs, like, adds to the pool and giving this the chance to shoot at, like, a 0-0-0. I don't know, but I felt like it wasn't shooting as good of projectiles that it could have been. So if you had a Juggernaut, maybe that's better, because that would, you know, destroy the insides. Let's see. Where are props now? It seems just about as late, but obviously the Juggernaut diff helped there. Maybe we'll do a village instead. Or who am I kidding? Nah, no decamo, I don't think. Never mind about that, yeah. I'm getting rid of it. We'll just get IFR in this one, and I'll just continuously get camo upgrades on other interesting projectiles that I think could be of help. And I think I know a good one. I think the money is there for it. Let me see if I can drop a Mermonkey here. 1-2 tree with Equisense Precision. That is nasty. Because remember, the waves get bigger depending on distance traveled, so if it comes off of the Dartling gun, then that means pretty much maximum damage when it reaches the balloons on the top side. I found the combo. You thought Juggernaut was good? Well, wait till you see this. Honestly, I prefer having being able to see the distance traveled of the projectile, so I'm actually going to get rid of the heli pilot and just get another Dartling gun. In my opinion, way more fun that way. Round 47 here. Max distance again. I think we'll upgrade to Mob Assassin, remember? You want the strongest projectiles possible without diluting the pool. Also, if any modders are watching this right now, I think it'd be a really great idea if we could use this feature outside of this one quest. Like, say, you know, in any other game mode, because I feel like 80 rounds of this isn't enough to see the full potential of every combination of tower. Like, because in Quest, I don't think you can go into free play, sadly. So we're not even gonna be able to see, like, I don't know, 2 or 5s. Unless we farmed hard enough. Speaking of which, wait. If I get a banana farm, do I get money? Oh my god, okay. I can see why this is broken, ladies and gents. We should do 010, 020 to make them $25 per. But holy crap, you can't even see the amount of money each Dartling made, like, on the tower itself. Now, this does sacrifice some damage potential. That's the only thing I gotta worry about. Maybe I'll do a Spike Balls now. And when I have enough money, I'll do a BRF. Although maybe I shouldn't, because that would be too broken. At this rate, I'm gonna snowball to, like, get all the tier 5s I want, but not enough strong balloons in the rounds coming to show for it, so nah, I'll hold. We'll sell it. I deem it too broken, especially since we already have a giant wad of pineapples all over the track here. Now, how do instantaneous projectiles work? Like, say for the mortar, for example, does it just teleport to the location? I'm gonna try a shell shock, because that's pretty strong, and take a look, yes, the dartlings are dropping mortars where my cursor is, so that's cool. I think it's game over for the balloons if we do big one. I think I will for the funsies. No higher than that, though, but this should melt any balloon incoming. Hell, even the BFBs as well. I guess while we have a good amount of time to test things out, I just thought of a really good one. Let's get a Maelstrom. Let's spawn more at once with 042. Actually, this makes it last longer, but either way, wouldn't this just shoot out a crazy amount of projectiles just like Dartling Gun? Watch this. Oh, wait, no. Well, they bounce off walls, but it seems like abilities do not work, unfortunately. I do think the base attacks would also be pretty interesting, though, because they shoot out a crazy amount. Like, if I get an attack sprayer, are we able to see? Yeah, 1,000 pops already. 1.4k. Again, if we weren't playing on Muddy Puddles, this and Druid would be definitely one of the more broken ones. But it's limited range, so we'll get rid of it for now. Another thing I want to figure out was how it does this quote-unquote artifact, like, interacts in terms of with sub-projectiles. Because I know in the mod, it was only able to shoot the main projectile. But what if I do a balloon trap? The trap is secondary, but does it make it shoot traps instead? Or is it still just the NG pin? It seems like the capabilities are still just the main tower, sadly. So no NG trap exploit, unfortunately. Okay, how about auras? I'm gonna do a Ring of Fire. Should this spawn an instantaneous Ring of Fire on where my cursor is, just like mortars? Well, I can't tell right now. I don't see the Ring of Fire effects. Yeah, I can't really say if it's working or not. Okay, we'll get rid of it. I know another good tower. Not Bloon Solver because the money's not there, but Balloon Liquefire. Oh, wait. Storm Arrows. I should get Camo Towers at this point, it seems. Actually, wait, if I do Camo Protection here, does this give all the other towers, like, the Projectiles Camo now? I wasn't sure about that. I never did this early because the Projectile mod, the answer to that was no. It would not shoot out, or it would not be able to take camo even with the Camo Village. But maybe this one's different. I guess we'll see soon. It also seems like we're starting to fall off. We're having an easy time in the mid game, but I think I need to upgrade some of my projectiles, or maybe get more Dartling Guns. I don't know if I see this map lasting for much longer. It does seem like, yeah, there were some camo rounds previously, but they didn't get anywhere far, so I guess the Camo Village does work. We have an FBFB problem. Quick, let me think. Once again, a Mole Press is a secondary attack, so I don't think I'm gonna try that. I guess we could try a Sharpshooter. I don't think that's a very good projectile, though. But we'll do 205 just so that projectile has more pierce. Again, I'm probably diluting the pool too much, but well. Here's some F-Moabs. Seemingly okay so far. At this point, since my balloon damage is so great, I should probably just consider selling balloon damage. So this was really good at the start, but I probably don't need it. In fact, let me try a different bomb tower. How about a recursive 204? Wouldn't that be pretty gnarly? Well, let's take a look. Not great against Moabs, but I mean, better than the Ricochet, I guess, while also giving group PP. So I definitely don't mind that. And yep, camo cerams are being frozen on top, meaning it is working. I guess we can slightly increase our power simply by doing a laser cannon. I think it shoots at the same speed, but now this changes the projectile, like, that would have been a 000 into a 300, so a little bit stronger. And also, I just realized that they banned Plasma Accelerator, probably because I don't know how that would work projectile-wise. And now for 76 here. This should test our group bomb power, but I think it should be fine still with 10 BFBs, right? Yep, keep him this angle. And we're chilling. Here come the FBFBs. I guess I'm gonna micro my motor for the first time ever. Just in case it gets lucky and gets its own projectile, but otherwise it's probably gonna be a very weak tower. That's a trade-off. You get one, like, if you get a really strong, beefy tower, you trade off its power to give it to, well, the fast attacking tower, aka the Dartling Gun. And now for the final stretch. Is there a tier 5 that we would like to see? I think Ultra Juggernaut, we kind of already know how that will go, how that will turn out. But I guess you could say the same with everything else, eh? Okay, let's try this. Let me upgrade this to Buckshot. Wouldn't this shoot a spread of 6 random projectiles at once? Well, it seems like that's the case, yeah. I don't know if that's better, right? That is technically better than the 020, right? Because that is not 1/6 of the attack speed, so I think worth. We'll do a bads. Why not? That shoots out more projectiles. Oh, and wait, am I dead? Oh, that was close. Oh, I see the issue why I died the camos. This was not in range of the camo village, my bad. If I drop a 000, now it's in range, and we should be good. That was scary, because all of our progress could have been erased in, like, that one round over there. Should be good now, though. Is that right? Yep. Oh, wait, no. Still gotta drop more arrows. Somehow that was getting far. And now for the final stretch. ZMG here. We hold, and should be the same result, because it's just 2 ZMGs this round. So obviously, 180 round challenge is nowhere near enough to see every possibility with this quote-unquote artifact, so if you have an interesting combo that I maybe did not test here, I definitely did not test a lot of them. Let me know, and hopefully if we can find a way, or mod a way, to be able to try this out, like, outside again of this Muddy Puddles quest, then that would be amazing, because I feel like that would open the door to a lot of exciting ideas that, on the level, if not higher than, of the random projectiles mod. Again, if you saw that, GG, and just a quick pop count check, because we need to see that indeed the Darling Guns blew everything out of the water, and everything else was just as fodder to make the Darlings as strong as possible. Unpredictably, you did it. Indeed we did. Once again, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time.